Streamers Unite podcast. I'm your host, Dave_Loudon, and you're listening to the number one spot to keep up with everything Streamers Unite, video games, streaming news, and your chance to get to know us, the people behind the Discord. Joining me today, we have at Zizu Gaming, we have Underdog115, and we've got Nerdy Jarhead. How are y'all doing today? What's up? What's up, guys? Say hello.
We're all doing well. We're all doing well.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome, Underdog Army. Shout out to y'all for being here. Love y'all.
Yeah, we love it, guys. So that's good to hear y'all doing it. Zizu, you're still muted for some reason. If you could figure that out, sure.
My man is hard muted.
Whoa. We gotta keep going. He's
gonna figure out his technical issues. We're gonna get this. Yep. We're gonna get this working.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. He does. Yeah. It's okay.
You can just interrupt us whenever your mic's working. So I also want to give a shout out to.
There we go.
Oh, say hello to everybody. Yeah, we're good.
What's up?
Came in with the clutch. Awesome. Man revives. All right, let's get it.
Revive. We got it. We also have Crispy running the show as our producer. Say hi, Crispy.
Say hi, Crispy.
Say hi, Crispy.
Crispy. Oh no. Well, he's there. He's in the background running the show. He's producing this stuff, and we also got Mystic Donkey holding down the chat. Speaking of chat, if you have anything to say during the stream, please post us questions. Mystic Donkey is going to be keeping track of that. We're gonna do question and answer at the end of the show. I'd also like to welcome you to episode 1 of the show, where we will be discussing Dr. Disrespect, Ninja flirting with other services, Fallout guys blowing up, and Microsoft buying TikTok, possibly, if we have time. Or I'm sorry, not Microsoft buying TikTok. And we have one more. Actually, we are going to be discussing a little bit of that. And we also have one more topic, which is Xbox PS5 versus Xbox. I know, right? Keeping it going. We're keeping it going. So we got those 5 talks today we're going to be discussing. Okay, so what we're going to do is actually we're going to start off with a little housekeeping here for Streamers Unite. So the whole point of this podcast is we're Streamers Unite. We want to engage with our community a little bit better. So this is a way that you're going to keep up with some of that awesome stuff. First off, we'd like to go over Streamer of the Week. So each and every week, our community selects one streamer to highlight that is deserving of this title, Streamer of the Week. You might be asking yourself, well, I'm a badass streamer. How do I become Streamer of the Week? The answer is simple. Be active in the community, network, and just be an awesome streamer when people come by your channel. This person is selected by the Discord, and it's up to every one of you to pick the best streamer each week. Oh, yes. Yes, Crispy. Okay, so feel free to throw up your suggestions in the chat right now for Streamers of the Week. We are going to take that into account. We got Donkey looking after that. And this week, we'd like to highlight our Streamer of the Week, Bewitched. She's a badass streamer. She likes to play Dead by Daylight, Overwatch, and Fall Guys. She's got about 109 followers, and she's also got a Twitter and Instagram. So go ahead and hit her up this week. Follow her, support her. Make sure that we show up as Streamers Unite to make sure we give that Streamer of the Week what they deserve. So that's awesome. That's awesome. So next to housekeeping, we want to go over all the streamers this week that have reached affiliate. These people deserve all the glory for what they have achieved because their hard work and our community support have achieved their goals of reaching the coveted Twitch affiliate. With that said, let's highlight some of these awesome streamers. First off, one of the people that reached affiliate this week is Miss Zero Gravity. She's a big Warzone, and she's recently been playing Fall Guys. She's awesome. Check her out. We also have Skr78, or just Skr. He plays some Escape from Turok, League of Legends, and Rocket League. We've also got A Pillinger holding it down with some Valorant. So those 3 streamers this week all made affiliate, and we're actually super proud of them, guys. Let's give them a little round of applause, everybody.
Woo! You already know.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Affiliate journey.
If you want to join us, if you need to be affiliated and want to join us in that thing, we will highlight you the week you get affiliated. We will work hard to get you affiliated. Just be active in the community and also take advantage of our programs as well. We also have a torch holder each and every week that helps people get to affiliate. So just let us know. Talk to us in the Discord if you're interested in doing that as well. And then last in our housekeeping, I'd like to highlight some community events. This week, we don't have any community events.
Nice.
Yeah, right? This is the community event. It's this
podcast. Week is like, nah, man.
Woo! So if
it was really to bring up the point of we need ideas for community events.
Exactly.
More so than highlighting the fact that we do not have, in fact, any community events lined up.
Thank you, Nerdy, for hitting that on the head. All right, guys. Whoa. Oh, okay, I gotta get my dog out of here. Hold on.
Bro.
All good.
No more
love
animals on the stream, guys. This is great. All right. So yeah. Well, if you guys have any ideas for community events, we've been talking about maybe doing a community event with movie, or maybe playing a game, maybe a tournament. Let us know if you have any ideas down below as well, because we as a community want to be more active. We want to get more people involved. So it'd be awesome if y'all would be a part of that with us. It's kind of the theme here, if you guys haven't already seen, is that we want you guys to be just as involved as we are as moderators. So if any of you all want to have any ideas or want to bring anything to the table, we just actually, Zizu has been made community manager. You can always reach out to him in the community. He'll always be there to answer your questions, or you can reach out to any one of us mods. We would be more than happy to answer any questions, especially just reach out to Underdog. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, we appreciate you. So why don't we just get on to the actual show itself? I mean, there we go. So why don't we just get on with the show itself? You guys ready for this? I'm not going to be the only one talking anymore. It's pretty sweet.
It's pretty sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Huh?
Shut up, Dave.
No,
okay.
Listen, man, carrying the team on your back is fun sometimes, but sometimes you need a chiropractor too. So we got you. We'll fill in. We'll fill in.
We'll get it going. So eventually we're gonna have some cool transitions into some of this stuff. Right now it's just gonna be super awkward. So let's just get started into it. Yeah. So our first topic, everyone, is going to be Dr. Disrespect and
the juicy one.
The
juicy topic,
yeah, it's juicy. Absolutely. Yeah. We're going to be talking about. I'm just going to read you an article here. It's from Forbes magazine. It's by Paul Tassi. It's Dr. Disrespect gives statement on Twitch ban during his YouTube return stream. I'm not going to read the whole article.
Which takes a few points from it and stuff like that. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. We're not gonna read the whole thing. That'll just be boring you. Otherwise, we'd just be here reading articles. Okay, we got it. We ready? Perfect. All right, let's go. So, okay. The man can generate height. I'll give you that. After a mysterious disappearance that lasted longer than a month, Dr. Disrespect has returned to streaming today on YouTube with his apparent new home for a permanent Twitch ban. Yesterday, Doc started running a static stream, and after the first hour or so, revealed that he'd be returning at 3 p.m. Eastern. And will that be pushed to 4 p.m.? And now he is indeed live at over 50,000 viewers at a time of writing
500,000
or 500,000. Yeah,
half a million, man.
Yeah,
he got a huge. Yeah, he got a huge amount of views
to add
on
a
his
zero
return.
there.
Yeah, I add zeros, I take away zeros. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I look at bills.
Right. I wish. Naturally, doesn't have any concrete answers for us about his famous Twitch ban. He addressed the brand saying he still had no idea why Twitch banned him, and that he cannot think of anything he would have done to have warranted the ban. This remains difficult to believe, and yet Doc pushes back to critics and don't believe that his line about the ban, calling it a cockroach approach to speculate on what happened. And the last thing he said was going to say that he was to let the legal professionals do what they need to do, and that's it.
So can we cut it there?
I
was going to say, I want to cut it on that line right there, specifically
Nerdy,
like that area right there. The only thing is that, well, for anybody who doesn't believe him, it's really hard, especially if you've had either a long lasting past with Twitch or seen what's happened with Twitch going on in just their really bumpy past about what rules they decide to enforce, when they decide to enforce them, who they enforce them stronger upon. They pretty much pick a lot of their rules on a case-by-case basis. So him saying he doesn't know what he's banned for, I can believe that. I can believe that he might have, under the print did something that was against Twitch policy or something that may have occurred in that sense. And maybe they were either upset with him or he did something and they kept telling him, listen, you cannot do this specific thing. And he's like, I'm Doc, I'm big. And they were like, yeah, we can just ban you. You're not as big as you think, I mean, I could believe that that's, something that happened, and they really don't have to say, I'm almost positive they don't have to tell him what happened unless unless it was, I don't know. I don't think they have to come out and tell everybody or until they finish their investigation what happened, because it may, I don't know, turn the tide on people, or people might report it and get their hands into the legal mess. As he said, let the legal professionals handle the legal stuff and stop speculating and stop throwing out all these rumors, et cetera, et cetera. So I could believe him on he doesn't know what's going on. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you have any input on that, but I could believe that. I could believe that standpoint that he truly doesn't know what's going on yet, as of yet anyway, or as of late.
I believe that they gave him a vague answer. Twitch probably sent him some sort of letter or something. I mean, but what is that? So what's the implications of this as far as like, what's that say to other big streamers on Twitch? Like, oh, we can just ban you without even telling you why. I mean, there's got to be some sort of something going on there that we're not seeing.
Well, I mean,
go
ahead,
ahead, Underdog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do believe that he knows why he's banned, mainly because if you take a look at the last 8 minutes of his stream, he eventually does look down and sees his phone, and then you can see him holding back some emotion. And then he says, and I quote, I honestly wanted to get off, but now I really don't want to get off anymore. So I really do believe that he knows why he's banned, because just based off the last 8 minutes, they were very eerie and very weird. Like, he acted very strange. And, he ended up watching a, Roblox video on hide and seek. And he was just like, he usually, as Dr. Disrespect would, talk about how fruity the game is, or like, oh, Roblox, what a child's game. But he sat there and watched almost the entire 10-minute video, probably because he knew that this was his last stream. If you just go back and watch when he pulls out his phone and looks down, you can see in his face he's like holding something back. He's definitely holding back either tears or he's holding back emotion, because it's just, you can tell by his body language. So honestly, I think right then and there, when Twitch, not Twitch specifically, but whoever sent him whatever was on that phone, probably he knew at that point that that was his last. That was his last
Dr.
stream.
Disrespect is such a character. Do you think that this all could have been something that was set up, because he knew he wanted to move to YouTube anyways, and he's the one who instigated this all through Twitch?
No way.
Zizu?
No,
Why not?
I wouldn't.
Why not, Zizu?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, go ahead, Zizu. Sorry.
He just made like a deal with Twitch a few months prior to all this, and he made an announcement video and everything saying like, I am going to be on Twitch for a couple more years, and he wouldn't jeopardize that at all. I personally think the reason why he was permabanned in the beginning was someone high up didn't really care for his act, if you will. Like, it was too risky to have someone like that on their platform to support in the higher end of Twitch with that much money behind him, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So, but the only crappy part is, like, if he gets banned because of that, just because how he is, what does that to say with other bigger streamers? Like you guys were saying, like, can they just all of a sudden ban you and give you no reason? And what Nerdy was saying, like, the reason why they don't give out reasons is because it attracts more attention to the company, and then it can go like on the news or online, and then more drama, more publicity, more bad publicity, and all that stuff.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
I could see that. I mean, it's honestly, in this day and age, it's almost bad publicity for them, period, because of the reputation that they've built for themselves, unfortunately. I mean, I don't know if I can't say they do what they do on purpose. I don't know. I don't work at Twitch.
But I would say that Twitch has been all about making money. I mean, you look at some of the things that they do, especially some of the splits that they make with stream. I mean, I honestly, personally, I think it's kind of weird that they take 50% of your subs when you're affiliate. I mean, like, they should be taking far less than that. So I feel like Amazon as a company has always been about, let's make money first, let's worry about the rest later. So I don't know why they would be so picky on something like Dr. Disrespect unless he actually did something that was worthy of a ban. You know what I mean?
I mean, but if he did something that's worthy of a ban to a company that likes money and likes to make money, but his sponsors didn't give him up, then what? It had to have been something company side. It had to have been something Twitch guidelines side. It couldn't have been something that was so horrible that everybody on the outside of Twitch itself would just have him around anyway. So it could have been literally some petty thing in the guidelines. So go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no, you're good. And that's why it's like, see, that's why it's weird, because he did lose his Discord sponsorship for a day, and then Discord gave it back to him. So that's why I was confused. I was like, okay, his sponsors aren't leaving him, but Twitch threw him out and just kicked him out. And that's where what confused me in this whole thing. I was like, okay, so his sponsorships really aren't dropping him. He still has every single sponsor that he has, but what's going on Twitch's side to where they're going to throw him out? Because what Izzy was kind of saying about the whole reputation thing and bad publicity is, as you know, when you apply for partner, they're going to look at every little thing to make sure that they're not making a mistake making you partner, because obviously making you partner means that they understand and recognize you, and you're going to be a part of their brand now. So if you are a partner and you go and do something stupid and reckless, you could give essentially bad publicity to Twitch as well. So it's one of those things where did somebody just really not, did they really not like the way that Dr. Disrespect was portraying himself on Twitch? And even then, it's like, obviously sponsors didn't see it as a bad enough thing to be like, oh, we're gonna have to drop him too. You know, I don't really know.
I'm
You
just
know,
curious, do you guys have any like have you heard any rumors or have any wild speculations onto what he actually did? I mean, what's the top rumor on that? We're in an age of
think
internet craze.
one of my favorite conspiracy theories is the whole Shungite thing, that he was that they were trying to protect his younger audience from from the spreading of misinformation and like bad propaganda and stuff like that, because he was buying a bunch of Shungite to protect his house, and they were gonna use his audience was gonna be like, oh, I gotta block 5G signals and buy Shungite from my house too, and that kind of stuff. So like it could have been a quick legality thing where they're like, oh, he's spreading misinformation, we gotta cut him. We got to cut him now because we can't have that. That's one of the things that I've heard. It's kind of funny, but I mean, I don't know. He's been living in a persona for so long. Who knows? His perception of reality might be a little more jarred than we think, and that could be.
He's definitely into himself. If you watch that last video that he made,
it could be. Hey, listen, anything is possible, man. He's only human, just like the rest of us, and you have eyes on you for long enough. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Any last thoughts on this before we
the two big rumors I've heard was like what Malu said in chat, him Shroud and Ninja starting their own thing, but that was quickly debunked. Like I'm pretty sure that was extremely. It was very quickly debunked after they were like Shroud and Ninja are creating their own streaming platform, and people were spreading that like wildfire, and I remember hearing about that. But another one was like 2 days after one of the Twitch like one of the former Twitch employees came out and said, "Oh, this is a lot bigger. He's not just banned from Twitch. He's not going to be able to be on any platform when this gets out." But then he streamed to Twitch to 500,000 people. So that obviously got debunked. You know,
when money's involved, they'll look over anything. You know what I mean? If you can pull one of the top,
if whatever numbers you're pulling, I was gonna say, if you're pulling big numbers, you're pulling big numbers. Speaking of big numbers, we do have no, you're fine. I was just gonna say, speaking of big numbers. We have two people who have actually pretty big numbers that don't really have to do anything for the rest of their life. We could segue into Ninja now if you'd like, because that's another big number topic right
there. That is a hell of a segue. Why don't we just move on? I think we've kind of said enough with that. So So here's the next article that we're going to bring up. Ninja's back on Twitch. I'm pulling this off of Sporting News, written by Jordan Heck. And so it's Ninja's back to Twitch. What to know about the streamer's return to the platform. Like the last one, I'm just going to read probably the first little bit of the article and we'll jump off from there.
For sure.
Ninja did a similar thing earlier in June when he started live streaming on YouTube. Oh, sorry, I missed the first part. Ninja started streaming Fortnite on Twitch Wednesday morning, but is he back full time? No, he is not, at least not yet. Ninja did a similar thing in early July when he started live streaming on YouTube. Esports reporter Rud Burzlu, I butcher names, guys, to get used to that. Said at the time, Ninja is currently in negotiation with streaming platforms and no exclusive deals have yet been signed. This is still the case even with Wednesday's Twitch stream. Near the start of the stream, Ninja explained that this stream came about in 2 seconds. He also explained that his relationship with the streaming platform is complicated. This just sounds like a relationship. You know what I mean?
It is in a sense, if you think about
it. It very much so is. I'm kind of like in a thing, but not really, Ninja said, half joking. I'm allowed to see other people. Dr. Lupo, who was streaming alongside Ninja, joked that if this was on Facebook, Ninja would put his relationship status as it's complicated. It's complicated. Ninja provided that he still has a loyal following, as he generated nearly 100,000 viewers within the first 10 minutes. Once again, just astonishing numbers. Even though he's been gone for more than a year on Twitch, he still by far has the most users on the platform with 14.8 million. I'm going to come back to that. And the person in second place, Tifu, has 8.8 million followers. Speaking at the end of the stream, Ninja said he wants to get back into streaming full-time soon. Let's cut it right there.
I'm down for that.
I want to start off with this 14.8 million that he hasn't been on the platform for, what is it, 9 months, 8 months, or almost a year, and he still has 14.8 million people following him on Twitch. I thought Twitch would shut his account down at that point if he signed an exclusive deal with Mixer. So it's crazy that he was able, not only does he have that many followers still, but he was still able to have access to that account on Twitch and use it. I mean, that to me is incredible that they just let that happen. So,
Well, I feel like the thing is, with especially with somebody like Ninja, is it was the cool thing to follow him on Twitch. It wasn't even like you didn't even have to watch Ninja. Somebody just had to open your phone and be like, "You're not following Ninja on Twitch. What are you doing?" Like it was really like the cool kid thing to do. And then he had his little dispute with them, showing some non family friendly content on his channel as soon as he left, which was a whole debacle on its own. So I'm surprised he actually came back and streamed at all on a platform that pretty much betrayed him and betrayed his viewers and his followers, knowing that he has a young follow base like that. But my biggest question is, what do you offer someone like Ninja or someone like Shroud when money is no longer part of the equation? I mean, yes, everybody's always like, there's always more money. You could always use more money. But these two in particular are literally rolling in deals that they got for pretty much free. So what do you offer somebody like Ninja to stay exclusively on your platform?
More money.
Are you you think so?
Yeah, oh yeah,
No.
absolutely. No,
I don't know. I think you offer him. I think Twitch is probably going to sit down with Ninja, talk to Ninja on like a person-to-person basis, and be like, "Look, we messed up because obviously, I think Twitch is really going to bite the bullet on this one. I really think Twitch is just going to bite the bullet on this one and eat humble pie, mainly because look how many people Ninja bring in. I mean, he is a cash cow wherever he goes. A company is going to make tons and tons and tons of money wherever he goes. So I honestly think that the higher ups on Twitch are just going to be like, let's just bite the bullet and go talk to this dude and be like, yo, we're sorry we messed up. We betrayed you. We really did, stab you in the back. We really want you back on our platform. All your friends are on this platform. It's a done deal. We're going to help you out. We're not going to screw you over anymore. You have our word. And just apologize to them, like, sincerely. And honestly, I think that's the only thing we can do because Ninja makes so much money every other platform, merch, sponsorships, commercials, even being on TV. I mean, he was on The Masked Singer like not too long ago. Like I don't think money is even an option for him at this point anymore. He just made 30 million off of Mixer
for free, basically.
Yeah,
they
for
had
free,
to shut
basically.
down.
They just handed it to him. Like,
so I really don't think that he's gonna be, even money is not even in the equation. I think that he just wants to go to a place where he knows he's going to be safe and protected and not have to worry about being backstabbed. And so if Twitch is going to sit down and eat humble pie with him, then I would. I mean, honestly, as an executive, I would honestly like as a higher up of Twitch, I would just be like, yo, let's just go talk to this dude face to face, and stuff like that. Or if I was Susan of YouTube. If I was Susan of YouTube, I'd run over there too and try to snatch him, because I already got Dr. Disrespect. Yeah. Imagine having Ninja and I go after Shroud. I mean, good lord, if I had all three of those people.
Well, do you think that the way that Twitch treated his account after he left, they basically just used his account to promote their other streamers with? I mean, obviously the thing happened with inappropriate content, but they basically just said, screw you, took his account, streamed other streamers on that account because of the followers, to try to highlight some of their other streamers. Do you think that he'd be a little bit bitter about that?
Oh, yes. For sure, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Like when he streamed on Twitch, just like last week, I was shocked. I never in a million years thought he would ever be back on Twitch. When I heard Mixer was going down, then he turned down a deal with Facebook. And I was like, okay, he's 100% on YouTube. And then sure enough, he did that one stream on YouTube. It's like, okay, there he is. But he only just did that one stream. Then he did another stream on Twitch. I was shocked. But I think with him, like we said before, money's not an issue, and he's doing other things too behind the scenes. Like Underdog was saying, like he's doing other things besides streaming, commercials and other things. So yeah, like YouTube for sure. I think that's where he's going. I'd be shocked if he goes back to Twitch full time.
Do you think YouTube will get a big? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Nerdy.
No, you're fine. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just feel like both. I feel like he says it's complicated because he's already had a weird relationship with Twitch, in terms of using his account weird, like Zizu and everybody else is saying, because we all know what happened. They can't deny it. All of this weird drama stuff that's been going on, etc. But YouTube also kind of has the same hierarchy where if you're big, you're cool. If you're not, goodbye. I mean, and I understand from a business money standpoint, but when like we've all been saying, if money is no longer a problem or no longer a factor, because my man is set for life after life after life at this point, what do you offer them if you know your both sites have drama? If you know anywhere you go that you stream, there's going to be all sorts of weird drama, all sorts of weird issues, and this could happen, that could happen. You already seen what happened on that side, on this side. What do you do? Where do you go? I mean,
Well,
I was a firm
here's the
believer
question
in
though:
starting
is
your own stream.
Ninja? Oh, sorry.
No, no,
I was just
go
gonna
ahead.
say, is Ninja a billionaire by now, or just
I'm
multi-million?
I mean, I don't know what his net worth
Mm,
is.
I'm assuming he's in the multi-millions. I don't think he's a billionaire yet, but he's definitely in the multi-million category. He's set. He really doesn't have to work another day in his life if
I
he
mean,
doesn't want
yeah.
to.
Honestly, if he's just said bye bye everybody on quit, he's set for life. He don't
Yeah,
even
he's
have to
set
do
for life.
anything.
But
He's
Which
at the
is
making.
same
which is
time, you
He's
want
at the
once
equivalent
you hit
of.
that $1 million bracket, you want to. A lot of those people want to be like, okay, now I want to be a billionaire. You know what I mean? And like, that's where money comes back in. Who's gonna pay me the
yeah,
most money? If someone's gonna
but
pay him
at that point,
$100,000 a year,
I don't know, man. At that point,
who's
if you're
gonna?
already sitting in buku dollars and you're not happy, bro, what do I have to tell you? Bye, because
Yeah.
I don't need your money if I'm already set. And if I'm not happy or not happy with the actions that you take, see you later.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, like he's set up for life. He doesn't have to do anything. I mean, he's making literally NFL player Russell Wilson money. Like
Oh, for sure.
he does not have to work another
Go
day in his
Hawks.
life if he wants to. And if he if he honestly wants to just quit Twitch altogether in general, um he can. He really can. Like
You
Oh
can
yeah.
quit streaming, period.
he
He can
can
just
get
leave.
streaming
Yeah.
premium. He doesn't need any more money if he really doesn't want it. He can also
Obviously, he
do other
has a
things.
desire to come back though,
And
with what
like
he's saying.
this is what's also different is a lot of people are gonna go to him whether they like it or not. So if they honestly like with Dr. Disrespect, 500,000 people in his YouTube stream. That's insane because people don't care where you go because people like you like that as a streamer. Same thing with variety streaming. You can be a variety streamer and play any game, and people would still watch it because they don't like you. They don't like the video game. They like you as a streamer. And so,
Correct.
honestly, like the same thing with Doctor Disrespect and his music. He went to music in this time that he didn't stream, and he still got like millions and 6 million views on Twitter of his song in the first day. Like
Even I watched that song, man.
That's
I watched
insane.
it too. I played it on my stream one day.
yep.
Like that's just no matter what you do, if Ninja does movies, if Ninja does TV, if Ninja does music, whatever he does, he's always gonna have an audience behind him because people care just about him as a streamer and as a person, not because he's on Twitch playing video games. So
Well,
when it all comes down to it, if he can do whatever he wants to do. It doesn't matter. He can
yeah,
do whatever he wants to do. If he doesn't want to do Twitch, he doesn't have to do Twitch. He just did it because he was like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go do this right now and just see how it goes. You know?
exactly. Well, speaking of a big audience, let's talk a little bit about Fall Guys, which has grown a huge.
Fall Guys.
You like it? You like my transition?
Fall
That's
Guys.
perfect.
I love it.
That's
I
perfect.
love it.
All right. So Fall Guys is blowing up everybody. So I thought that would be absolutely worthy of talking about right now because everyone's playing it, everyone's streaming it. Even the top streamers right now are like checking this game out. So we're going to start once again with another article from Eurogamer. This is written by Yin Pol, the deputy editor over there. And the article is titled "Fallout Guys is more popular than Grand Theft Auto 5 on streaming right now." Fall Guys' remarkable breakout success continues with remarkable popularity on stream as well as Twitch. Metacritic's bumbling battle royale launched this week and overnight became the first feel-good hit of the summer with over 1.5 million players in the first 24 hours, which is unbelievable for
That's
a brand new
huge
IP.
number. Yeah.
An IP no one's ever heard of before.
Yep.
That's unreal.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. On Steam, Fallout Guys is currently more popular than big budget blockbusters such as Grand Theft Auto, which, by the way, Grand Theft Auto kills it on PSN. It kills it on all platforms. Grand Theft
Grand Theft
Auto
Auto
should
kills it
be-
because it's still relevant.
well, Grand Theft
It's
Auto
It's gone
should
through
be
like three
for-
gens of consoles, hasn't it? Or three
Dude,
gens
yeah,
of.
it's gonna hit the
About to be.
PS5 for sure. We'll circle back to that, but Grand Theft Auto literally is one of those games that is if you're releasing a new game and your game beats Grand Theft Auto that week, you know you have a successful game. That is literally like the gauge as far as like gaming goes, is if your game's a success or not. All right, so we'll get back to this. Sorry, that was just a segue. Grand Theft Auto 5, which you need to play the eternally popular GTA Online, and Rainbow Six Siege and Destiny 2 over 1,220 or 121,000 current players. Yeah, I can't do numbers today, man. I don't know what the problem is. Current players at the time of this article's publication. No doubt that the number will be swell as the United States wakes up throughout the weekend. Fall Guys is the second most popular game on Twitch too, which more viewers than Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone, and CSGO at the time of this publication. It was second only to League of Legends in terms of view count, which League of Legends is
Wow.
juggernaut.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's actually really impressive. I
That's
think
insane.
honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like the appeal of Fall Guys is because it hit everything on the nail properly, or it hit the nail on the head properly, rather, I should say, because every battle royale that comes out so far is like, all right, you play 5-10 games, your elo's nice, you're still chilling with some noobs here and there, then you play 30-40 games, and now it's just fucking.
Yeah.
I gotta sweat every ounce of every second of every minute of my life just to win one game, to get nothing.
Oh yeah.
To get
yeah.
to
You
get
get a crown. You get a
nothing.
crown.
No,
Huh?
I'm talking about in other battle royales. You get
yeah, dude.
what do you get? Umbrella every season from Fortnite.
You get a
Sweet.
congratulations.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. At least in
You're
Fall
the winner.
At least
I've
in Fall
seen-
you could be competitive, you could be try hard, whatever you want to say, but it's just beans
It's
running
just
around.
fun, bro.
Yeah,
It's just fun.
It's just beans running around, jelly beaning and chilling out, man.
We were
It's
talking a little bit
so
before the
fun.
show with Nerdy about this game and how people are already starting to hack this game and like put in speed
Hmm.
boost to their characters. Like
What?
to me, that's
Oh my
absolutely
god.
absurd. Absolutely
Why?
absurd. I don't understand it, dude. I don't know where you are in life that you're like, man, this Jelly Bean game, I need to cheat at that because I just need to be a.
It's like
I just
cheating in
need
I mean-
Roblox.
cheat
So
There's
I mean, if
no
you put it on your
fucking
resume, I'd hire
reward.
you. If you put that on your resume, I'd hire you, bro.
Fall
I'd
Guys
be looking through your
over at
qualification, and it just says Jelly Bean Hacker. Oh, you're in.
You're in, man. You're in.
Hey, if you want to be in the Discord, just throw Jelly Bean Hacker on your resume, and
Hey, man,
we'll
that's
make you a
shit.
mod almost immediately, according to Jarhead. So, but hey, have any of you guys played this game yet? I know I saw you streaming it, Underdog, the other day. What's your kind of first impressions on this game?
Okay, so I was streaming it, and although I will say this, it is not a good game to stream on Twitch if you're a small streamer. Mainly because right now every single big streamer is playing it. So right now it's very, very, very hard not to get oversaturated but just the fact of it. But the game itself, holy crap, it's so much fun. I love that game. I love that game. It's amazing. It like how Nerdy says, it hits everything to the nail. I mean, fun, playability, progression, everything. I mean, they just hit every single demographic you could possibly think. I mean, I could give this to my grandma. My grandma would be like just going nuts with it. It's insane. And so, I love the game. In my opinion, I love the game. It's so great that when I played for 2 hours and then their servers went offline because everybody was trying to play it on the weekend. Like,
What was your favorite mini game?
my favorite minigame is usually the races because I like how everybody's just bunched up together trying to run. But my least favorite has to be the team games because if you don't have a team that's competent and knows what they're doing, they're all just running around like a bunch of chickens with their head cut off, just bouncing off walls and stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, like. But definitely the races and definitely the survival ones. Those are super fun. Just trying to outrun everybody or trying to go in between people. It's a really, really fun game, and it appeals to small children, to young children, all the way up to to boomers and older people. It's just an all around game, and in between.
It's almost got the Call of Duty appeal where you can just pick up and play.
Seriously, that's what makes it so good. It's not a
Nerdy,
competitive.
Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Finish your
It's not
thought.
a competitive game with a big learning curve. It's a game you can pick up and play, and that's what's so important about it. There's so many games today that have a big learning curve, like Rainbow Six and Apex Legends. Those have big learning curves, but this game you can just pick it up and play it. If you want to play it for 10 minutes or if you want to play it for 10 hours, you can just pick up and play it. That's what's getting everybody playing it right now.
So, Nerdy, have you had a chance to play this yet?
No, I've been too busy losing weight playing Apex and trying to
All that water weight just
try, yeah,
sweating off of you.
trying to keep my elo as high as it can possibly be.
As
But
far as like watching it,
as a
what's your
person from the
impressions?
outside looking in,
Yeah.
it does look like a really fun game that you can just like we said, pick up and play. You don't have to practice. You don't have to put 20 hours in it just so you can have fun because you got to be better than other people. You just hop in and you're chilling. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like from somebody outside looking in. And I'm assuming by Underdog has said from playing it is pretty much the same, virtually, the same feeling that you get.
Zizu, have you played it yet?
I have not, and the reason I haven't played it, I can get it. I can play it free on PS4, obviously. But what Underdog was saying is the saturation of it, like for streaming, like it. Yeah, so many people are playing it, and I just tend to steer away from those type of games because if I get start playing like off stream, then I just want to play it on stream, because everything I play off stream, I do play on stream as well.
Absolutely.
So I don't know.
So my first impression. So when I decided this was going to be a topic, I'm one of those people who like to do a little research, and what better way to research it than to play it? So I've played a total of about 5 matches of Fall Guys, and I'll have to tell you, um, there's a few things about this game that really bug me. I honestly, and I know they're going to get flushed out. This is one of those games that has such a big audience up front. They're just probably like sweating back there, like trying to update this game to make it to what everybody wants. But the first thing I noticed immediately is I'm an inverted player. Like I play all my games inverted. PlayStation version does not have an option to invert the camera. And that, first off, whenever a game does that, that immediately turns me off to a game. Second off, I feel like they need to tighten the controls in that game. I understand that you're a jelly bean. I understand that it's supposed to be kind of loose controls and stuff because of that. But I think if they would just tighten up the controls just slightly more and make it a little bit better, as far as that's concerned, give you a little bit more control over your jelly bean, I think that would really help the game out. But with those problems said, I would say overall the game is very fun. I really enjoyed the games. Like the races were pretty cool. I love it when you're trying to get through a small space. They intentionally made all these small spaces for you to cram through, and it just creates this cluster of beans that's just absolutely hilarious to me. Every time I see like 20 beans trying to squeeze through like the smallest hole possible, I'm just like, what the hell is going on here? They're all falling over, tripping over each other, and then some kind of pushes one forward, and they just all the rest kind of flood in behind them. I feel like it's one of those games that even when you're losing, you're having a fun time because it's kind of hilarious. But winning in that game gets really sweaty, really quick.
If you start being like the top 12 people and you get that
Oh,
final
yeah.
round, oh my god, the intensity of being like top 10, top 12, and you get that final round, you're like, okay, there's 12 people here, but one of us is gonna have to get this crown,
Yep.
or one of us is gonna have to survive this little spleef game or whatever.
Yep.
Somebody is going to have to survive this, and it's gonna be me, whether y'all like it or not. And so it gets really sweaty. But real
Dude,
quick,
Chase. Oh,
I
go
want
ahead.
to
Go
talk
ahead.
about what they need to fix, because there's
Yeah.
a couple of things in the game that I really just it would make it so much better. And so honestly, they need to make it towards a windowless border, or like a window, because I have a tough time streaming moving over to my second monitor, because I have to tab out every single time I got to do something on my second monitor, because there's only windowed and there's only full screen. So they need me to make like a full screen
Yeah.
borderless to where I can just easily go over. But I understand it's like a 1 week old game, and so it's gonna have like and they were not like, even the devs came out and said we were not expecting this many people to play it. Like we were expecting a big audience, but not this big. Not to be like the #1 game on Twitch right now, or the #2 game on Twitch. So at first they were like, okay, um, at first they were just like, okay, we're a new game, we're a very new developing company, and so obviously they're not gonna have everything. So at least that, and then on top of that, what Dave was saying, because playing with what were you saying, inverted? you know,
Inverted controls. Yeah, I'm a
inverted
big guy on that.
controls. So if you want to play inverted controls, you got to be able to allow more options for that.
I think Steam allows you to do it. I just noticed on the PS4. From what I understand, the Steam version allows you to play with the inverted controls, but the PlayStation version they didn't flesh out enough before they released it. And I think that's a problem with a lot of games overall. I think they signed a deal with Sony to release that game at a certain time. They had to get it out. So you're like, okay, this is the version we have right now. Let's push it out. It's playable. We'll fix whatever needs to be fixed. You know, whatever the most complaints we get in the first week, that's what we're fixing first. And so I think that's part of the problem with that game is the rush development. But with that said, even for a rush development, it's still a fun game. It's still fun enough to engage that 1.5 million people playing it on Steam. And like, even though you have free access to this game on PS4, a lot of people, I mean, there's like 110 million PS4s out there. Most of them have access to this game. You still have millions of people buying it on Steam, which is just a testament to that game in and of itself. So I just feel like I think they made the right move. I'm not saying it's a bad move that they made, but I think they made a decision to let out what they had, and I think it works. It works for now, but I think if they don't fix these issues quickly, which I think Devolver's a big enough studio that they're able to do that, but if they don't fix them quickly, their audience is going to fall off really quick. And that's something that you're going to see. I mean, this could be one of those things. One of two things can happen with this game. It's going to get this huge pop, and then it just falls off the face of the earth, or it's going to have this huge pop, and it's going to keep growing and maintaining where it's at right now and continuing to sell more and more copies. But I'm really excited to see
I'm
see
sorry.
where this game's
I just
going.
see Nerdy do my channel for
Doing
you.
lots
That
of
was
dabs for days.
awesome.
Oh my gosh, quick dabs. Thank you,
That
Caddy,
was
for the quick
funny.
dabs. Katie. Oh my God, I was
Katie,
doing
good
that
lord,
an
she's not a
entire
car.
stream. I know, right? Thank you, Caddy. Hey, Katie. I love you, Katie. So anyways, I think that's enough about Fall Guys. We should probably move on. Speaking of Fall Guys free on PlayStation, leakers say Xbox Series X will be cheaper and more powerful than the PS5. This is from tech site BRG, and it's written by Chris Smith. It sounds like a fake name. Hey,
yeah, it was written by John Doe, bro. Didn't you?
John Doe,
famous,
Chris Smith.
the famous.
He discovered America. Let's see. Sony and Microsoft are playing the final moves in their cat and mouse marketing game ahead of the next-gen console launch this holiday season. We know almost everything there is to know about the PS5 and Xbox Series X, except for the one thing we want to know most. We have no availability details for either model for the generic holiday, or we have neither. Okay, we have no availability details for either models, save for that. This is written crazy bad. The holiday 2020 launch. Neither company revealed pricing or pre-order details to their next-gen gaming rigs, and it's unclear when the PS5 and Series X prices will be announced. Some rumors claim that Microsoft is looking to undercut Sony and sell the Series X and Series S, which we'll talk about, for less than Sony will charge for the regular model and digital edition. A new reporter tells us practically the same thing. The Series X will be cheaper than the PS5 because Microsoft wills it so. Also, the new Xbox will differ from performance in the PS5, said the same leaker, as far as it'll be better. Insider Dust Golem posted on Reset Era that the PS5 isn't able to sunset the same performance when it comes to multi-platform games. The two consoles have essentially the same hardware, but the Xbox handling a slight advantage when it comes to the overall power. The PS5's SSD is more than twice as fast as the Series X. Over the course of several posts, the leaker revealed, that he heard from sources familiar with the development of the two platforms that the Series X has an advantage over the PS5. And I'll read this quote and then we'll kind of talk about it. I'm not going to say much, but for some murmuring I've been hearing, it just says, I suspect that the topic is going to age interestingly when it comes to a few more details on both platforms are revealed. I mean, this is in a few more ways, but I'll give the broadest ideas. I just say that the Series X is by far more powerful than the PS5. If you're just talking about raw power, multi-platform gaming will run better there. It is something people are going to have to prepare themselves for. Adding this, Microsoft are ready to lowball Sony when it comes to their pricing. They can more easily make a sacrifice and get more profits from Game Pass than console sales than Sony can from its competitivity. So yeah. Anyways, so what do you guys? First off, what team are you guys on? Xbox or PlayStation? Or
I've always been PlayStation. I've always from PS1 all the way to PS5. I've always been PS PlayStation because one, all my friends are on PlayStation. It really comes down to what console your friends play, because that's really what like a lot of people pick. But if we're talking because ever since PS1 to PS4, the consoles have literally been the same. Like Xbox One and PS4, they're if you go down and look at their specs, they're all the same. All right.
The
But
SSD, I think, though, is the big advantage that
but
PlayStation has over
literally,
Xbox.
literally, the PS4 looks like a router, and the Xbox One looks like a dehumidifier. So I mean, it's like, really, it's what you want. It all comes down like how are you saying the SSD is 2 times faster in a PS4. People are gonna buy that just because of that. But then also on
Absolutely.
top of that, people are gonna buy the Xbox One just because it's gonna run better with multi-platform games. So, like how you were saying, there's going to be people are going to look at the specs a lot this time around a lot more because in terms of what they would like, okay, oh man, that SSD is going to be twice as long, so I'm going to be able to get on the game faster, be able to load up my games faster, and everything on that. But the multi-platform on Xbox One is a lot, or sorry, Xbox Series X is a lot better. So,
Do you think that availability is going to come into this equation at all? Like, oh
yes,
shoot, I missed the pre-order for the PlayStation. I might as well just try and pre-order an Xbox. And what
I,
if
I do
Xbox has more
I do
available?
believe that because now it's going to come down to specs because because it's not like PS4 and Xbox One where they are the exact same specs where it really doesn't matter what you pick, it just matters really what console your friends are on. But this time around specs are different. There's certain specs that are better on PS4 and there's certain specs that are better on Xbox. So it all comes down to doing your research, seeing what your friends play. You might have some friends even switching over. I'm not going to buy it, or I'm not going to buy a PS5 this time around. I really honestly think that the Xbox Series X is better. So it comes down to okay, and then on top of that, marketing. Whatever brand can market better is going to be because you got to think back on the Xbox One launch, they did terrible. I'm sorry. When they went to E3 and they promoted their Xbox One as a family, you can watch Netflix but also play video games. Or
Comes
oh
with
look,
Connect.
yeah, you can play Connect, you can watch Netflix, you can watch TV. Oh, but you also have this thing, for like you can do gaming on it if you want. While PS4 was like games, games, games. Here are all the exclusives that are going to be on it. Here it's for gamers, by gamers, to gamers, everything gamers. And so a lot of people are like, I'm going to buy the PS4 because obviously Xbox is going a different direction. I want
Xbox
to buy.
also came out $100 cheaper at the time, and I think their biggest fumble at the beginning of that was packaging Connect. They went all in with Connect on the Xbox One, made it
And
$100 more because of Connect, and it's what held them back from the beginning. I feel like it would have been
exactly.
a much different race between those two consoles if it wasn't for Connect.
Exactly.
But Zizu, do you have a take on this topic right now?
Yeah. So, um, for me, like I mainly play PS4. I'm on PC also, and I do like have, but like I don't see myself as like a PS4, PS5 like enthusiast. Wherever the good games are, that's where I'm gonna be playing them. But for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, I almost feel like it's pointless buying the Xbox Series X just because Game Pass. They announce every single new game, Halo Infinite,
Great
all
point.
those first parties are going to be on Xbox Game Pass, and that's from on day one. So even if you're not able to get the new Xbox, when it first comes out, you're still going to be able to play Halo Infinite on your PC day one. And
100%.
and so that I'm going to get a PS5, but I do have Game Pass also, and I don't know. I almost feel like it's more worth getting a PS5 just because of the exclusives.
So you're
But
saying Microsoft
yeah,
basically is cheapening their brand by making Xbox Games Pass so readily available. You don't see that as a boost, like, well, I can play it on my computer, I can play it on my, phone, I can play it everywhere but my TV right now. So why don't I just get an Xbox since I've already signed up for Xbox Game Pass? You're saying that's actually going to have the opposite effect to that, where it's like, well, I can get these games anywhere. I might as well buy a PS4 because they have the exclusives.
exactly. Well,
Yeah.
especially if you have a decent PC, like, what's the point of getting an Xbox or consoles in general if you have like a really good PC? I'm saying, but for me, like for PS5, like I'm mainly getting it for exclusives, like for the Spider-Man game, Horizon 2, and like for those. So
Spider-Man looks dope. The new
Yeah, I
Spider-Man is
don't know.
supposed to be great.
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, playing Gears was cool when I was 10. I'm 24, and they're still only Gears. They're still
They have
only
not changed. They
Yeah,
have not
exactly.
advanced that
Or
series
Halo.
at all.
yeah,
Or
they're
Halo.
still only Gears and Halo. And I mean, don't get me wrong, bro. I love those games. And honestly, I thought the Xbox 360 was better than the PS3. Like when it came out, I thought it was
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Only because I had a lot more fun on it, and it just seemed a lot more optimized, et cetera, et cetera. But I feel like another part of this battle is also going to be which one is more streamer friendly? Which one will allow me to stream my content without needing a PC because I cannot afford that PC, but I
That
can
is
grab this
huge.
console as
That
well.
is huge.
Yeah.
Whichever one will allow me to do that with more ease than having to put another 2K into a PC so I can stream off the PC would help me out leaps and bounds until I can. So whichever one will help me first will probably be the one that I buy, and then later, if I do get the money, I can just go ahead and buy the PS5, or I can go ahead and buy the Xbox, whichever one is you know, least effective to that journey. So that might also be.
Do you think that
Just
they're going to advance the streaming capabilities of both these consoles? Do you think that's going to
yes,
be a
100,
focus for both
no,
of
no,
them?
100%. It has to be a focus. It has to, from a marketing standpoint, it has to be a focus because everybody and their mom is just hitting live. Does that mean they're a good
Yeah,
streamer?
very true.
No. Does that mean they know how to stream? No. But they see that their friends are doing it. They see, you know, their idols doing it. Disrespect, Ninja, Shroud. I want to be like them. I want
COVID's
to,
only made it more
etc.
of a thing.
And now, yeah, and now that you have to be
Exactly.
inside all the time, why not stream? Because I can, and it might turn into something. It's a hobby now. It might turn into something later. You don't know. So that from a marketing standpoint, it has to be extremely optimized for streaming for that to be a really like huge kick in the gut to the other console. So whichever console has a better optimization for that will probably take the upper hand,
And
almost regardless of multiple other factors, I believe.
and I personally think that Sony's going to have the advantage as far as streaming. They've already got. I mean, like I know all of us have seen this. You pop into a stream and you see that generic PlayStation overlay with the camera in the top right,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you almost immediately leave. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yep.
okay, this guy probably doesn't know what he's doing. I can watch this game on another channel. So I think one of the big things that Sony needs to fix is making sure that they have, I mean, overlay options, having things to make it unique when you stream, having so
Honestly,
you're not just
even if
Go
they
ahead.
just remove the that every time you hit the PS menu, it does that generic triangle, circle, X,
Yeah.
square,
Yeah.
blue
Yeah.
screen. Like if it just
Jeez,
didn't
that's
if it just
terrible.
didn't show that and just showed your
OS.
regular screen, yeah, just your regular, like when I go into
Yeah.
the PS menu, that's my PS menu, and
Yeah.
like if it doesn't interrupt your screen every 9 seconds, or if you want to switch from Apex to Call of Duty, you have to cut your stream off. Like
Yeah,
if they
that
switch
makes-
that, if they change that, it's over. It's a wrap. Everybody's gonna buy it. Everybody's going to buy
Well, the
whichever
thing
console.
is, I feel like Sony's so worried about the liability of everything. They're so worried about showing other gamers name tags. They're so worried about
That is a
showing
big
even the
thing.
end of Final Fantasy VII R. They were afraid to let people stream that off of the Xbox. I mean, or off of the PlayStation. You need to have a capture card in order to play the last chapter in that game via stream. So,
Well,
if I may say something, I think that because right now, it's not impossible to stream off PS4. It's not necessarily I'm gonna come into this dude's stream. I see PS4, that little generic thing, live now thing that pops up in the top right. I'm finna leave. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I made my affiliate just off PS4 because before I had a PC, I streamed off a PS4 and I made affiliate off of it. It's not necessarily possible, but streaming off consoles right now is so bare bones, it's ridiculous. And they have made no updates, no strides in order to change that. But now that everybody and their mama is literally streaming, they have to focus on that. They have to focus on that. It's not like how Nerdy said. Once they end up making those like, oh, I don't have to completely end my stream in order to change games, or I don't have to completely I don't have to when I go into a menu, I don't that thing doesn't pop up. Then honestly, whoever does that first is gonna get people to come and buy their console. The entire streaming community on consoles is gonna go to whatever console that was. If I was still streaming off PS4 and Xbox announced, even though I've been a PS4 PlayStation fan for so long, and Xbox announced that they were making a streaming, a streaming friendly console to where you can do overlays, customability, your own everything that basically Streamlabs has to offer onto a, you know, console, I'd immediately go there. I say, I'm sorry,
Well,
PS4
and neither
or PlayStation, but y'all not doing anything that's going to help me
neither
out.
formats have said anything about their plans for streaming other than they're planning on doing it. So,
Yeah.
Zizou, any final thoughts on that?
No, I was just gonna say with the Final Fantasy VII thing, that's with block scenes and stuff like that. That's mainly like a game company thing because Square Enix has done that with some of their other titles, like Kingdom Hearts 3, for instance. Like I don't know if you guys ever played it, but when you are in the main menu, like right in the beginning of the game, you have to you press triangle and it says streamer rules. Like when you stream this game, this is the rules you have to follow. Like streaming Kingdom Hearts 3, it's like, what is this? But that's for like Square Enix, and so it makes sense they did
So
that
if
with
you
Final
stream
Fantasy
it
7
via
also.
capture card, do you have to follow those rules as well?
I don't. Well, there's block scenes. They block almost every cutscene in Kingdom Hearts. It's mainly because Disney as well in that game. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Cool.
yeah.
All right, guys. So we're gonna have to start wrapping this up. We did have one more topic, but we're not really gonna have time to get to it today, so we might cover it on the next stream.
For sure.
Crispy, do you have any questions for us from the audience during this, or was it pretty? Okay. Okay. Make sure if you all are watching that we're going to be doing this again. So the next stream, make sure you guys have some questions for us. We'll try to post our topics a little bit early so you can be ready for that as well. And if there's anybody has any anything, any questions for us during the show, make sure you do post those. So yeah, so this will be the end of our stream, I think. We've covered out most of the topics. We're doing pretty good. So yeah, everyone, that's our show. I just want to thank Crispy, our producer. I want to thank Nerdy Jarhead. I want to thank Underdog. I want to thank Zizou for helping me out with this, guys. You guys really made some interesting conversation today. I think we all had a lot of really good points. And I just want to thank you guys for being here and making this an actual thing. We've been playing this for about 2 months now. So I'm glad that y'all can make it. I'm glad that y'all could be here. And I'm glad that we made this a reality, because I think this is something that could actually go somewhere. We had some bumps at the beginning, but I think they kind of smoothed out towards the end. So we plan on going live with this weekly. We might not go live next week. I think we're probably going to step back, see how we did on this stream, and kind of go from there. Take notes. If any of you in the community have any ideas of anything you'd like to see us improve in the podcast, this is a new thing. So just go ahead, hit us up. Feel free in the Discord to do that. We will be posting this video live on YouTube later. So make sure you follow the YouTube if you and just spread the video around, give it a like. The better we are there, the better things are. Also, next time you might catch different mods in the podcast. It might not be the same three of us each and every time. You might see a few familiar faces, but we like to switch it up so you can get to know all the mods. And then I'd also like to thank Motley the Clown and Mystic Donkey. Both those guys are the CEOs of Streamers Unite. They are sponsoring the podcast, and so I just want to give a big shout out to those two for helping us make this a reality. So thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by.